this is not some way for me to flex or something on everybody. This is a way for me to literally give you an idea of like realistically, this is what is possible. And honestly, this is kind of the price for that, right? What's up? It's Sad Zilla with Zilla Mode, and today we're going to be talking about some common misconceptions about being a successful music artist and kind of what that even means in today's industry. Let's get into it. So I started a little bit over 2 years ago as Sad Zilla, and I had done stuff before. I had a little bit of experience, but I never had maybe even more than 1,000 monthly listeners. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of cutting my teeth on making music and doing vocals and finding my sound. It wasn't until Sad Zilla about two and a half years ago, it was mid 2020, that I really started going in on Sad Zilla. And ever since then, it's just been up. And I can go into another video on how I did that, but after I found the kind of the success, and it's not even huge success, we're not talking like crazy stuff, but on an average level, like I want to give you guys an idea of what it kind of does for me and what it can do for you if you get to my level. So a couple things to keep in context is that I have multiple skills, including video editing, so I make my own visual content. I can produce my own music if I want to, meaning that I can create and produce my own beats. I have multiple producers that I work with that can give me good deals on leases or exclusive beats. I have a lot of artists that I'm connected to that I can collaborate with on various scales, maybe bigger than me or smaller than me. And we can kind of use each other's audiences. Another thing is that I usually create a lot of my own cover arts, but I have artists that if I want to get like 3D art done or 2D art done of my character, then I can, just hit them up, and it's a pretty simple fee to get that done. I want to bring that up because a lot of the skills that I have, I can actually use to make extra money on the side. So I'm not going to dive into everything that I make for that, but that's another thing to keep in mind, right? Because we're mainly going to be talking about money today, and I just think that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is that because I have reached the level that I have, there is a lot of value in features from me or main artist collabs, which means that when we release a new song, it actually goes on both of our profiles, and the other person kind of feeds off of my followers and I can feed off theirs. So if it's a smaller artist, it's a huge deal because, this is maybe somebody that doesn't even get 100 streams in the first week. Now all of a sudden is getting thousands of streams in the first week because they're getting that engagement from my followers that are highly engaged, right? The reason I bring that up is because sometimes I sell features, sometimes I sell collaborations. I mean, some people actually look down on this. They're like, collaborations in music should, just be organic. You shouldn't have to pay for something like that. I wouldn't want to pay somebody to collaborate with me. That should be free because they want to collaborate with me. But it's not about the need or want to collaborate with somebody creatively. It's about what they get in return for that. And it's about that very monetary view of what we get or what we're offering to other artists. Now that brings me to my main source of income, which is going to be royalties. I am a full-time dad, so I quit my job about maybe a year 3 months now ago, and it's been just taking care of my kid, taking care of my 2-year-old, and playing with him, and it's definitely a journey, but that's not the point. The point is that my music takes care of my family for the most part. So now how much those royalties are, it can vary, but not too much. Once you get to a certain level, it starts to kind of stabilize a bit. So for me, a lot of my stuff is about split 50-50. So a lot of my royalties are, going to collaborators or producers. But that's about a half. So I get that other half. There are solo songs that I have that I get full royalties on, but a lot of my stuff is collaborations. So I usually get, in one distribution service, I get around 3,000 every month, and that's at the first of the month. And then the other one, I get about 2,000. So overall, it's about five to six, based on, you know, if I had a really good month that month. But mainly one comes in at the first of every month, which is Muse, and then DistroKid just whenever, you know, it wants. If you want to know more information about Amuse versus DistroKid, definitely check out my video about Amuse versus DistroKid. But I just kind of wanted to give you an idea, because now I'm in a situation that I am always creating music, right? Because I need to keep that bottom line going and, you know, provide for my family, right? Because one thing that is a misconception is that, oh, you just need one song to pop off and you're good, right? But that's really not the case. Like, I have one song that gets about 10,000 streams to 12,000 streams every single day. And if I just had that song and like 10 other songs, I would not be where I am right now. And I have like 5 songs overall that get like a good amount of streams, like over 2,000 streams a day, which is good, but, you know, it's not, you know, massive, right? I think the misconception is that you need that just one big hit, or you need 2 hits. Really, you need a lot of hits. You need a lot of music, because there's a lot of songs that I've released a long time ago that's somebody's favorite song, right? And they still stream it. So even songs that you think, you know, were failures, people actually like and they enjoy and they have on their playlist, and they actually enjoy that music. So you need to release a lot of music. That's the problem with a lot of artists, that they're not releasing enough music. And for me, I've been releasing weekly for the past like almost 2 years now, and I will continue doing that because it's a way for me to kind of keep up with everything and make sure that, you know, I'm constantly kind of, you know, getting a good amount of royalties in, and constantly growing, constantly engaging my followers, because the more I engage my followers, the more they're going to actually listen to my music. You know, I'm always on their release radar, right? So I just wanted to kind of give you guys like a mindset of like why I do the things that I do, and like how much money I get, but like what that actually means, right? Because that means like I put a lot of work into this, a lot of work and a lot of money, a lot of promotion, a lot of marketing, just grinding every day. I mean, we're talking about you releasing a song every single week. That is 52 songs a year. That is, you know, sometimes I would release twice a week, right? So it's a lot of music, and that's not including projects too, because sometimes I would release projects as well that had multiple tracks, like 15 tracks on them, brand new tracks. So yeah, I don't know, this is just a way for me to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight into my life and what I do with music and why I do the things that I do, and why I'm even talking to you right now. I mean, YouTube is another venture, right? To kind of give you guys some knowledge and give you insight into what I do and why I do it. And I enjoy this, but it's also a way for me to kind of grow my brand more, right? And I think that's something that you guys need to think about and give some thought to, because this is not some kind of just like easy job. This is, I mean, it's fun, it's creative, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and even somebody at my size is doing a lot of work still. I'm not just sitting around not creating music and just letting money roll in or something. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the people that are, you know, getting millions of streams or something, or have millions of monthly listeners, and they're not grinding, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last, because eventually people will move on. You have to constantly create music. You have to constantly put out stuff. Maybe not at the level that I do, like as much as I do, but you still have to put out music consistently and, you know, actually engage your followers, or else they're gonna forget about you and they're gonna move on to something else, right? So anyway, that is it for this pretty interesting episode and personal episode weirdly of Zilla mode. I just, like I said, I wanted to give you guys some insight into what's going on with me and how my mind works. And I hope you guys got some value out of it. I just wanted to kind of have a little heart to heart, but like, this is not some way for me to flex or something on everybody. This is a way for me to literally give you an idea of, like, realistically, this is what is possible. And honestly, this is kind of the price for that, right? And like, if you guys like this video, click subscribe down below, click the like icon, click the bell icon down below to get notified whenever I drop videos just like this. And yeah, until next time, you just went in the Zilla mode. I'm Sad Zilla, and I guess Zilla out.